Today is a very special day and does a very special puzzle. What is this special day? It's En Passant Awareness Day. If you're not sure what En Passant is, you might want to read up the rules before solving this puzzle because it might be impossible to solve otherwise. In fact, it's most probably impossible to solve otherwise. Now, let's see what is this En Passant I'm on about. We are looking at a game that was played on the chess.com servers in a blitz game between, on the white side, John Ludwig Hammer, and on the black side, a certain Magnus Carlsen. Now, what is going on? Magnus currently up a piece, but we can see that this king here on h7 doesn't have too many squares right now. And we also have a bishop, a light squared bishop, which could join the attack. So the winning move here is the beautiful rook sacrifice. Rook takes h5 check. Now, Magnus here didn't really have a choice because if he blocks the check with bishop h6, we will simply take. And when the king moves, we are going to take on h8, doesn't really matter with which rook, and mate will happen on the next move. So bishop h6 was not an option here. So in the game, Magnus recaptured g takes h5. Now g takes h5, I talked about the bishop on c6. Now that joins the game, giving a check. The king, as we can see, is completely restricted, has nowhere to go. So the only legal move here is f5. And now here, white has a mate in one, thanks to the en passant move, e takes f6. What a stunning checkmate. The king has nowhere left to go. And e takes f6. I'm not going to explain en passant myself. I think there's plenty of places online on chess.com which do it better than me, but it's one of the most looked up rules in chess. Very often people think it is a bug. It's not a bug. Here it led to this beautiful checkmate, starting with rook takes h5. I talked about how bishop h6 was not possible. Bishop h6 actually would have dragged out things by one more move, but Magnus was a great sport. He allowed this bishop e4 check, and after f5 he allowed the checkmate. By the way, careful not to take with the g-pawn here, because suddenly after king h6 black would be winning. We are not to take in time to take the bishop because the rook is hanging, and if we take the rook, the bishop simply recaptures and we're completely lost. But Magnus allowed e takes f6 checkmate. Funnily enough, I recently was commentating with John Ludwig Hammer, and he talked about how appreciative he was of Magnus being such a great sport, allowing the checkmate by en passant, maybe one of the rarest checkmate motifs you'll ever see. So once again, happy En Passant Awareness Day. If you didn't know En Passant before, hopefully you do now. Make sure to look it up. And yeah, that is it. I really hope you enjoyed this beautiful puzzle. Well done if you solved it. I have been Fiona Steil-Anthony. You can catch me streaming at Twitch TV/Fionkata, or you can also follow me on